Hey everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and wherever you celebrate, welcome, thank you for watching. So, Total Level here with another video for you. It's Wednesday, and this year, Wednesday happens to be Christmas Day, so yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, so I thought I would do a bit of a wholesome video for all of you there. Originally I was going to do a parody one, but it didn't really pan out. Didn't turn out the way I was liking or hoping, right? So I'll keep working on it, save it for another video later on. But yeah, today I want to talk about 10 JRPGs that changed my life. You know how much I love JRPGs and how much they just influence me. And yeah, I got my my hero Deku ugly Christmas sweater on for today, right? As yeah, we'll talk about just how these 10 JRPGs really influenced me, helped me throughout life, helped me make friends, everything like that, as it's a big reason why JRPGs are my favorite genre of all time, you know? Like, I love RPGs in general, Western ones and everything, but JRPGs, there's just something super special about them, and yeah, I want to talk about this, make this a bit of a wholesome video for, you know, a fantastic Christmas day. So let's begin. And yeah, my JRPG journey started with this, one of the biggest franchises in the entire world, and you know, it's one that didn't get me hooked on JRPGs, but it's the first kind of RPG I ever played, and was just it was so amazing. And you know, the anime was just as amazing, and we have the official Pokemon guide. This is my original copy from way back when. It is a mess, it's ugly, it's dirty, it's filthy. There's like coffee stains poured on like every page because my mom, yeah, accidentally loved to spill coffee a lot. And yeah, just, it's, you know, and the back page is ripped off, but it's just really cool to still have this guide as, you know, stained as it is with just, yeah, coffee and all that. And yeah, I love, like, my mom would also put little tidbits in here, like trade Abra for Mr. Mime here, and yeah, was just really cool. And yeah, she would always put like secret items and everything like that, and yeah, really cool. And so yeah, it all starts with Pokemon Blue, and or Red, Blue, Yellow, all that sort of stuff. And man, this is just it's amazing what Pokemon has done, because for me, I'm autistic, I have very bad social anxiety, I have severe levels of depression, anxiety, you know, I have ADHD, so making friends was never easy. And even today, it's still not easy for me. It's not easy for me to socialize when I'm in social situations. I kinda, you know, go into defensive mode, right? It's just one of those, yeah, things, right? But with Pokemon, it's brought me so many friends, so many memories. Pokemon was the first time I could make friends on my own, right? Of just talking about the games, talking about the anime, best anime theme song still to this day, you know, and it's just one of those franchises that even after the years where I'm not as engaged with the new games as, you know, I was with these ones as a kid, and because it wasn't just Pokemon, I was also into like Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh, right? But yeah, Pokemon was just the one that started the whole JRPG journey. It helped me break a lot of those social anxieties because I had something to talk with everyone, right? Like, everyone knew Pokemon. It was hard to find someone who wasn't playing Pokemon as a kid, right? And yeah, the first gift I ever gave to a girl was a Pikachu ring. Which I still remember that she did not like the ring, but she loved Pikachu, so she still took it, right? And yeah, it was funny. That was grade 3, which, yeah, it's funny because, you know, as a kid too, like, you know, I didn't have the greatest childhood, and so a lot of memories are kind of hit or miss for me, but when it comes to Pokemon, pretty much like everything I still remember with Pokemon, watching the show every morning before school, and remember when watching it when I lived downtown, and you know, we would accidentally intercept like taxi and police signals because there was like a gas station right across, and so yeah, police taxis would always go there, and we would, during the Pokemon show, we would hear like them radio in certain calls, and it's like that was pretty funny. But yeah, Pokemon super special, and yeah, it kicked off my JRPG journey, and it is, yeah, like it changed my life forever, and just, yeah, again, made me make a lot of friends down the road. Now, the next one we have is on N64, and I don't have the original physical copy anymore. As a kid, unfortunately, a lot of my old games and everything were kind of gone, sold behind my back, things like that, right? So don't have too many from basically Gen 6 and before I had to collect, right? But this game, yeah, it is super special, and I know people are going to put in the comments, oh, this isn't a JRPG, but hey, I'm putting it here anyways because this changed my life, and to me, Zelda games are JRPGs, so yeah, it's Ocarina of Time, so yeah, showing the 3DS one, though gameplay will be the N64 one, playing on my Switch, and yeah, this game, super special. First time I played kind of this open world sort of experience, right? And man, what a fantastic game. This game also helped me overcome a lot of fears I had, because as a kid I was scared of everything. I was just the biggest scaredy cat of anything out there, right? And remember just even the first boss of Queen Goma, like it scared me and I didn't want to fight it. I would have like my brother or other friends fight them, and yeah, like they would just force me to fight it myself and all that, which eventually I did. So, you know, the game helped me overcome certain fears, right? And there's quite a few in this one that has some creepy moments and everything, right? But yeah, it was just an incredible game, and opening this game on Christmas Day all those years ago was super special. And yeah, it's just also came at a time in my life where, you know, definitely needed it, because yeah, I was definitely going through a lot of trauma at this time and everything, so having this game was definitely really helpful for those tough years. Next we have the game that made me fall in love with JRPGs, and again, don't have the original physical of it anymore, but I do have like a digital copy of my PS3, so yeah, you'll see that version and everything, and it's Final Fantasy VII. So this is the one that made me just fall in love with everything JRPG, so of course it changed my life, right? It just, you know, because we had Zeldas, we had Pokemon, which helped kickstart the whole progression for me and everything, the whole journey. But Final Fantasy VII was the one that just, okay, now I'm hooked. I never played a game like this before, because yeah, it was so cool having all these different party members, and remember as a kid would name all the party members after our friends and everything, and yeah, it was just really fun. And yeah, it was, you know, such deep storytelling, such great characters, amazing music, and yeah, it was just really cool. It also taught me kind of about, you know, strengths and weaknesses, because Pokemon, you know, obviously the rock paper scissors element, but it's pretty easy to figure out with Pokemon of how, you know, type advantages work. But for Final Fantasy VII, it was kind of the first time of like, you know, because I remember playing it at the start and I would always use like lightning and fire magic because those were kind of two types of magics I was always drawn to, but you kind of learn it's like, okay, you need balance of all this different materia and everything like that. And as a kid, I never beat the game. Like, I would get to certain parts and just found it too hard for me. I wasn't good at the active time battle system or anything like that. So as a kid, you know, never beat it. It took years later when I got a bit better with games that could handle things like that more, that, yeah, I was able to beat it eventually. But yeah, it's still just a fantastic game. I love what they're doing with their remake of it, right? And yeah, just fantastic stuff. And so now we move on to the 6th generation of consoles with PlayStation 2, and my first ever PlayStation 2 game, so of course this changed my life, Dark Cloud. Now, I won't talk too much about this since I did like a JRPG flashback video on this game a while back where I covered a lot of this game, right? But yeah, it was just such a cool experience, and having Level 5's first ever video game, right? It was just super cool, and I love there was just so much I loved about it. Like, the music is very underrated, and you know, the dungeon crawling elements were really neat. I love having different party members switching in and out each of them because they all had their strengths and weaknesses, and kind of found that pretty much all of them were pretty fun to play, right? And yeah, just a super enjoyable game, enjoyable experience. And yeah, Dark Cloud, like, it kicked off my PlayStation 2 journey, right? So again, yeah, there's a big reason why, yeah, for sure this is a big influence in how it changed my life. And then we move on to my favorite game in the Final Fantasy series, Final Fantasy X. So yeah, this game just influenced so much, playing Final Fantasy for the first time with voice acting, having a game that looked like this, that played like this. It was breathtaking, it was incredible, right? And I recognize it has a lot of issues, but man, do I love it. And as a kid, this was my first Final Fantasy that I ever beat, and you know, so that's a big reason why it holds such high regard for me, right? And it's, you know, it's easy to play, right? Because it uses that, forget the name of the time battles, like turn-based system or whatever, but basically, you know, you can see everyone's turns, right? So you can strategize that way. You can take as long as you want. You're swapping in and out characters. Each character has their strengths and weaknesses, which is another reason why I love this game so much, because each character has a purpose, right? Like, you know, Lulu can take out like the flan enemies, right? Anyone like weak to magic, right? While Waka takes care of flying enemies. And yeah, it just had such a great balance of characters, and yeah, it's so fun and I love it. And so yeah, it of course it changed my life. It's my favorite Final Fantasy. So we got a few PlayStation 2 games to get through and all that, and another one that I got for Christmas, and man, I was beaming with excitement to play this when I heard about it. One of the strangest crossovers, but I had to have it, and it's Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, I mean, this game, like, I always think about it. I always go back and replay it. Last year I played it on the hardest difficulty for the first time. I definitely cheesed my way to beating this game, right? But it's definitely one where yeah, I'm still happy that I played and beat it like this. And yeah, footage you're seeing is from the remaster of this, but yeah, just you know, I love Disney, I love Final Fantasy, combining them together just created like one of the most magical experiences for me. So yeah, of course this changed my life and just made me look at games differently and made me think about like, oh, what other crossovers do I want? Like, I haven't thought about that so much of different crossovers that I wanted for games since Super Smash Brothers, right? And yeah, it's just an amazing experience. And Kingdom Hearts, you know, while might not have enjoyed the third game as much as I would have liked, still I love this series and it is a big influence for me. And then the final PlayStation 2 game, the one that got me into this series, and I need to play more of these games. I know I'm still far behind, but man, love this and definitely got me into this series, and that's Dragon Quest VIII. Now, this one I played quite a bit later after the PlayStation 2 was out and everything, like, you know, I would got this game when the PlayStation 3 was out and things like that, but man, it's just such a magical experience, such a magical journey, and you know, having Dragon Quest like this, like, I think that's why also when I go back and, you know, play the older ones that I missed out on and everything, I am more drawn to ones like 8, 11, things like that, because this is what I started with. This is how I knew about the series, right? As just an incredible journey, incredible characters, and yeah, it's still one of my favorite games ever, whether I played this version or the 3DS one. I love playing it, and yeah, Dragon Quest VIII is just an incredible experience. Love it, and still to this day, I kind of debate if this or 11 is my favorite. It's always hard to say, but I still give the edge to 8 just because this is the one that started the journey for me. Hey, Journey of the Cursed King. There we go. And now we move on to the Vita. So when I got my PlayStation Vita, I was debating on what game I wanted to get first. So on my Wii U, actually, I was asking people who I knew had a Vita, like, what game would you recommend? And one person said you have to get Persona 4 Golden, and I thank that person every day because I don't look back. This is now my favorite video game of all time. It used to be Ocarina of Time, but Persona 4 Golden, very, very special, and yeah, it changed my life. This was a game that helped me get through some of the darkest times of my life. It was super relatable with just the great cast of characters and the whole thought of defeating your inner shadow, right? Of, you know, you have these thoughts that you don't want the world to see, right? And you know, the game teaches you to kind of accept them as your own, right? And just about every character was super relatable. It helped me with my mental health so much. The game, despite its dark tone of, you know, trying to catch a serial killer, is like has so much humor in it, and yeah, it's just an incredible experience. It's not perfect for sure, you know, like dungeons are kind of lame in design, right? Like every dungeon is just a reskin of another one, right? And things like that, but still, it's just one of the greatest gaming experiences I've ever had. I played and beat this game multiple times. I play and beat this game when I'm feeling low and down and have a hard time, right? Is just an incredible experience. Persona 4 Golden is, again, my favorite game of all time because it helped me get through life, and so yeah, it's definitely one that changed my life for sure. And now, up next, we have the game that got me to fall in love with Neon Falcom games, Trails of Cold Steel here. So it's a big reason why I love the Cold Steel ones, because this is the game, The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel is the one that started my whole Falcom journey with the many different Trails games out there, because after, yeah, Cold Steel and playing those games, it's like, okay, let me look up what else they've done. It's like, wow. So, you know, after playing the Sky trilogy, which can't wait for the Sky remake next year, it's going to be awesome. And, you know, and of course the Crossbell games, and, you know, the other Legend of Heroes games, the other Dragon Slayer games, gain into ease, right? And so, you want to talk about a game that changed my life? Yeah, Trails of Cold Steel for sure has done that for me. Again, I won't talk too much about this since I did a JRPG flashback on this game too, but yeah, just such great characters, amazing soundtrack again, fun battle system. I know it's not for everyone, as there is a lot of dialogue and things like that, but I love these games, I love this series, and yeah, like, Trails of Cold Steel, like, got me into knowing so much about Falcom, and yeah, I'm glad it changed my life because, wow, it's just incredible. And then the final one that changed my life, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So this was another Christmas gift I got from my mom, and yeah, this game, like, just got me so hooked on everything Xenoblade, right? I still have to play a lot of the older ones from Monolith, like I still need to play Xenogears, I need to play Xenosaga 2 and 3, right? But yeah, and I'm waiting for X on, like Chronicles X on, or yeah, on the Switch next year, the remaster. But yeah, incredible game. I love love these characters, you know, and yeah, obviously everyone was simping over Pyra and Mithra, right? And just, yeah, incredible story, amazing soundtrack, and yeah, like, this kicked off everything Xenoblade for me and made me want to get the first game and then get the third game when it came out, and playing through the whole series now, it just it really influenced so much for me, and yeah, it's just incredible game. The only thing I do wish is the battle system would be different. I'm not a big fan of the auto battle system. I would prefer more just an action oriented style or just pure turn-based, right? But either way, Xenoblade 2 is just an incredible experience, and the, you know, like, expansion Golden Torna was really, really cool too. So yeah, just love this game so much, and yeah, it definitely changed my life. And so those are my 10 JRPGs that changed my life. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know what JRPGs or just games in general that changed your life and everything. Would love to hear all your thoughts, would love to hear all your great memories, and just yeah, fantastic, yeah, like, experiences with these amazing games, right? I hope you enjoyed. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone. Hope you have a great New Year, and yeah, thank you so much for watching and enjoying my channel throughout the year. This is my final video for the year, so thank you so much. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks everyone, have a great rest of your day. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to see more. Hit the notification bell to be notified of any upcoming videos. Also, follow me on Twitter at TotalLevelYT, along with Twitch, also at TotalLevelYT. Or maybe you only stayed for any skits I put in my video. In that case, please stay anyways. I'm so lonely. Alright, take care and have a great rest of your day, everyone.